Okay, so I ran out of time on that one. So I was writing down 0.022 um, 7 5 that rounds up to an 8. So we've to use this one, you have to use the z-score to use the table. You have to use a z. This one, you can use the calculator only if you use the mean 22 and the standard deviation 9. You can use this one on the calculator too. Just be sure that you use the or calculator with the mu of 0 and the standard deviation of 1. So if I go back to the calculator and I do menu 652 and I let that and let -2 be my stopping point and leave those two at 0 and 1, I get the exact same number. So 0 place, stopping place, and x value as long as you use the correct mean and standard deviation. Z value is as long as you use 0 and 1. Now, if you're going to use the table, then you just look up -2 on the table. -2, right there it is. -2. -2, 0. -0.228, 0.228, which was exactly what we got right there. Okay, so let's do another one. The average, do you see the word average right there? Average speed of vehicle, so that means your mu is 67. Your standard deviation is 3.5. You should always be able to draw the picture, even if you don't use the Z table, because I won't necessarily give you that. You can just draw your own, standard deviation curve right here and put your X values there. Your X value would be 67, and then, count. I'm going to do the same thing right here that I'm doing, 67. And then one standard deviation is to add 3.5. So 67 plus 3 would be 70.5. Two standard deviations would be 74, and another one would be 77.5. I think I've got that right. Check my arithmetic. Take 3 away from that, it'll be 64. So 63.5, 60, and 56.5. I think that's right. Those are the right X values. So it says, and you should be able to do this. Without this picture, I'm not ever going to give you full credit. Even if you can type it in the calculator and give me full credit, without the picture, without the drawing, you will not get full credit. On the test, this problem right here will be worth 8 points. This picture right here would be worth at least 4. And then your work the answer over here would maybe be half of it. Maybe even less. The answer might be worth 2, and this over here would be worth 6. So, what is the probability that the car is violating the speed limit? Why are you violating the speed limit? What are you doing? You're going more than 70, or you're going less than 70? You're going more than 70 if you're breaking the speed limit. If you're underneath the speed limit, then you're good. But you're breaking the speed limit, you're going more than 70. So that's what they're asking. What's the probability that X is greater than 70? Well, we got to see where 70 is. One standard deviation is 70.5. So we're just a smidge in front of the 1. And they want the part that's breaking the speed limit. So that's the area to the right. Okay, so the area to the right of that number that's just a little bit before 1. Okay, this area right here. So we need a z-score if we're going to use our z-table. So remember, that's the same thing as asking that z is greater than or equal to. We'll find your z-score. So 70 minus 67 divided by 3.5. That's going to be your z-score. 70 minus 67. So 70 minus 67, enter, divided by 3.5. So you have a z-score of 0.85. Now, I'm actually going to round it to 0.86. Wait, am I going to round it to 0.86? Yeah, I'm going to round it to 0.86. Now, I'm going to get a little bit of round-off error since this is a rounded number. So what my calculator gives me and what I find on my z-table is probably not going to be the same. But these two answers are supposedly the same. The probability of going greater than 70 or the probability of this z-score right there of 0.86. And then 70 is also right here, right? 70 and 0.86, those should line up. So we're looking for the area to the right. So if I'm going on my calculator, I'm going to do 70 is going to be menu 652. My starting place is going to be 70. My stopping place is going to be positive infinity. My standard deviation was 67. No, my mean was 67 and my standard deviation was 3.5. And tap down and say okay. Uh-oh. So this overflow error means that this number, I put in too many nines. So I'm just going to delete one of those. There you go. So a probability is 0.1957. 0.1957. This one right here was 0.1957. I'm going to do the z-score to show you that it should be the same. So the z-score, menu 652. The z-score was 0.86. 0.86. 9.999. And this time we're going to leave it 0 and 1. Since we're using the z-score, press OK. I got a little bit different. And I'm trying to see what the two differences are. Oh, I know what it is. It's because remember we rounded off right there. So let's go back and put what was it right here? 0.857. Let's do 0.857 and see if we get almost the same thing. Let me show you. Go back here and 0.857. It's the round off error. See how much closer that is? This is what we got when we used 70. 1956, 1957. We rounded that up to 7. So that's what it was. So using 3 decimal places is better. If you had put this as your answer, I would not have counted it wrong. I would have made the adjustment for the round off error, but that's what happened. We're probably gonna, since we're gonna use 0.86 on the Z table, we're gonna get a number closer to this one by using the table. So anyway, we still got 0.1957. If you round that to 0.75.